Hi guys, and welcome to Vic, Vern and Dom's NFL channel here. Back again, this time with the AFC North season. Dominic, how are you doing, man?
Hey, great being back. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Good to be on the show. To our followers, please follow this channel and don't forget to follow my social media.
There you go.
Thank you.
Put it up there. You can get Dominic on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and on the World Wide Web, www. It's not wrestling. It's not wrestling. So it's all that. We'll put that up at the end of the show again. Don't you guys worry. But there you can get hold of Dominic whenever you want to. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button on this channel. We're growing nicely, and it's going in a good direction. And if you want to get hold of us as well, there's the email for the channel, Vic and Vern Sports Chat. We didn't change it. I'll always mention that. So yeah, it's up there, over there somewhere. There you go. But we are talking about the NFL and the AFC North. I like the AFC North because one of my favorite teams is in the North. But let's have a look at who is in the North. The Steelers, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Ravens. Now, I'll just put out the standings from last year. Steelers did all right last year. The Ravens were a disappointment. Bengals were a disappointment. I think that was the injury. And the Browns were the Browns. I mean, what did you think of the season last year of these teams, Dominic?
It is exactly what you just said. The Steelers, Ravens, as expected. Bengals, slight disappointment, yes. But we are in for a surprise in my prediction this year. And the Browns, yes, what you said, Browns.
The Browns are the Browns. You get what you see. It's it's not a surprise package or anything. It's going to be. Look, we'll see who they're going to play this year's quarterback. I got them playing Deshaun Watson in week 1, but we'll see. But let's go through the teams one by one. Of course, we're going to start off at the bottom. Last season, the Cleveland Browns. With their head coach Todd Monken. I don't want to hurt any Browns fans or anything like that. I think you're going to have a worse season this season than you did last season. I think last season you won 5 games. I think you win less games this season. So let's go through it. We're not going to take too long. We want to rattle through them quickly, but. We'll just say win or lose at Jacksonville. Lost. At Tampa. Lost. Versus Carolina. I got a win here. I've got a win for the Browns here.
No, this is one I give to the Panthers.
Okay. Then versus the Steelers. Lost. Then I got the Jets winning this one when they go to the Jets.
No, I got the Browns.
So we still got them both on one win so far. Versus Baltimore, that's going to be a demolishing one. They're not winning at Tennessee. They're not winning at Pittsburgh. They're not winning at New Orleans.
Difficult.
But they'll definitely not beating the Texans.
No.
No, yeah, you guys. I got to go through mine quickly. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's the first 10. Then they have a bye week. I've actually got them winning at home against the Raiders.
Me too.
Okay, so we got them both on 2 wins already. Good. They're not beating Cincinnati.
No.
They're not beating Atlanta.
Actually, I got them beating the Falcons.
Oh, sorry, no, I got them. I've got them also beating the Falcons. True, I got them beating the Falcons, yeah. Then I think they'll lose in New York. I don't think Jim Harbaugh will let them lose. He won't let them win there.
I got New York as well.
I got Baltimore.
No, there's no way they win in Baltimore.
There's no way they win against the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
And they're not.
Except the Colts have to get Philip Rivers back, and now I have the name.
Philip Rivers, there you go. And they're not winning at the Cincinnati Bengals at the last game of the season.
Actually, this is the upset I have.
You think they're going to beat the Bengals? Okay. So you got...
In Cincy, this is really, and I'm so sorry to my friends of both fan bases. This is the last game of the season. This is going to be for both fan bases the upset of the season.
Okay.
Last game.
So if I got this right, your record is 4-13.
Yes.
I got 3-14. So yeah, I'm not so. How do you say? I'm not so hyped on the Browns. For me, the big question is going to be. We'll talk about that a little bit later about the QB. Is it Shedeur Sanders or is it going to be Deshaun Watson? I think if you don't get rid of Deshaun Watson somehow before the beginning of the season, you play him because I think he's the best quarterback they have. If he's healthy and he's on the field, he's the best quarterback they have. Then a team that I really like because I think their quarterback, I love their quarterback. The Bengals. That's my second favorite team in the. I like the Bengals just because of Joe Burrows, Joe Cool, their head coach Zach Taylor. I mean, look, I think if they were healthy last year with Burrows, they would have made the playoffs.
Yes.
And if Burrows stays healthy, Bengals are coming, baby. Bengals are coming. So let's have a look at that one. First game of the season at home to Tampa Bay. Bengals are winning, baby.
No.
Okay. Second game at Houston, they're going to take a loss.
Yeah.
Third game at Pittsburgh, I'm going to go with a loss here as well.
Starting 0-3.
Well, I got them 2-1, but don't worry. Then Jacksonville at home, they're beating Jacksonville at home.
I got that one.
They're going to go to Miami and beat Miami. You don't think they're going to beat that terrible team of Miami?
No, that's one of the wins I predicted for Miami. So I'm going to have them. I'm so sorry, Bengals, but I'm going to have them 1-5 to start.
Okay. Then they're going to be 1-6 in your book because they're not beating the Baltimore Ravens at Baltimore.
Definitely not.
Then I've got them beating the Tennessee Titans at home.
Yes.
I've got them beating the Atlanta Falcons at home.
Me too.
And I've got them beating the Pittsburgh Steelers at home.
No.
Okay. Then I think they'll go to Washington and they'll lose at Washington.
Yes, they're going to lose in Washington, yes.
They'll win at home to the Saints.
No.
Woo! I think they're beating the Browns. At the Browns, I think they win that one. They'll lose to Kansas City.
As we said before, the Browns going to lose at home.
Yeah. I think they're not going to beat Kansas City.
I don't think we need to argue about that one.
At Carolina, I've got them.
Carolina in this one.
I've got them winning at Carolina, and then I've got them losing to the Indianapolis Colts.
Colts got. I got the Colts there.
And they're losing to the Ravens again.
Exactly.
And I think they beat the Browns in the last one.
Now it's the reverse. It's the upset that they're gonna lose to the Browns.
Okay. So what do you have for the Bengals?
I have also for the Bengals a shocking record of 4-13.
Damn! I gotta write that down. Hey, 4-13. We're gonna at the end of the season, guys. At the end of the regular season, before the playoff starts, we'll do a show where we'll look back at these videos and see who was kind of right or wrong. I've got them going 10-7 this year. I've got the Bengals at 10-7.
Well, I love them. I would love to go for them, but it is gonna be a bad season for them. But they're gonna rebuild. They're really gonna learn from this, and it's a strong program. And when they decided what's going to happen, it's going to be good.
I think they make the playoffs this year, man.
No, Oh, I don't see Cincinnati within the next 2 or 3 years in the playoffs.
Okay. Then we move to a team that I thought last year were title contenders at the beginning of the season, were the Ravens. New coach there as well, Jesse Minter, taking over from Harbaugh after so many years. I was actually surprised that Harbaugh left. But everything has changed. There's a new win there in Baltimore. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I've never been a big fan of the Ravens, I must be honest. But we'll see what they do this year. Let's go through it. At Indianapolis, what do you got?
I got the Ravens.
I got a loss here. I think Indy wins in game 1. Then at versus New Orleans, I got a win for the Ravens.
Yes.
Versus Dallas, I got a win for the Ravens.
Yes.
Versus Tennessee, I got a win for the Ravens.
Yes.
I got a win against Cleveland.
Yes.
I've got a win against Cincinnati.
Yes.
So you're saying they're going to go 7-0 at the beginning of the season?
Yes.
I got 6-1. Okay. Then I think they go to Buffalo and they lose.
Exactly.
I think this is where I got the upset for me. I think they lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That is exactly also my upset that I have. They start 7-0,
Yeah.
then they lose to the Bills, then upset to Jacksonville, then I see the Chargers in the next game winning. So from 7-0 go to 7-3.
Okay, so I've got the Chargers winning this one. I got Carolina winning this one, and I got Houston. I got the Ravens beating the Chargers, Carolina, and Houston. Okay, so
No, I got it the other way. I got the Chargers, the Panthers, and the Texans beating Ravens. So
damn.
after a very strong start with 7-0, it's going to be very hard. I can tell you already now, my prediction for the Ravens is 9-8.
I got 11 and
7-0 start.
Okay, wow. So that's a collapse of biblical proportions, man. That's like the Titanic sinking.
Yes.
So you're saying after 7 games they're hitting the iceberg?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they barely, with 9-8, they're still in the wild card contestant.
Okay. Well, let's go through the rest of the game. So, Tampa Bay, I see them winning. I think they're going to lose to the Steelers. And then I think they beat Cleveland. They lose to Cincinnati. And they beat Pittsburgh. So I got them at 11-6. I've got them winning this division.
No, I got the next team that we're going to talk about winning
The Steelers?
this division. Yes.
With old man Rodgers.
It's the goodbye of old man Rodgers.
I don't even think old man Rodgers finishes the season. I think he's done after 5 games. I think Mason Rudolph takes over after 5 games.
Oh, it's like, look, since we are talking about the Ravens, I'm friends with Pam. She is the international fan of the year for the Baltimore Ravens. She is from Plymouth in the UK. And she was at the draft and she said, I'm going to keep my speech like the Steelers postseason, short and sweet.
Okay. So then we move on to, of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Terrible coaching decision. I don't know how the hell they took Mike McCarthy. Come on. Him and Aaron Rodgers back together again, I just can't see that working. I mean, they didn't leave on good terms. He did a terrible job in Dallas. I mean, I still got him there wearing the Dallas thing because I haven't got a new picture of him wearing anything from the Pittsburgh Steelers yet. But come on. No, I don't rate Mike McCarthy that great.
Yeah, but I ask you, do you think they make this decision without having consulted with Aaron Rodgers before? Since he is there for a year, since he has not renewed his contract at this point of time yet. So they made this hiring decision and then he renewed his contract.
You know what I think? I don't think that. I think the Steelers are not going to have a good season because I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers, with Aaron Rodgers, it's always about him. Everything's always, it's me. And I think that's just not going to work. And I think Mike McCarthy's an old school coach. I don't think he's caught up to the new NFL.
Yeah, but I think that's exactly what helps him now in the last season with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Even they might have not been on the best terms when they split the last time. That might help, but on the other side, let's see who they drafted this year. Okay, in Pittsburgh, this is a rebuild I actually do have a lot of faith in, and with this mix out of the experience of the head coach plus the talent in the position coaching, plus the experience on the field and the talent that got drafted now and has been in the team. I am so excited to say that I got them at 10-7, and for me, they're winning this division.
Okay. Well, let's go through it. So, at Atlanta, I think they beat Atlanta.
Yes.
They're not beating my Patriots in New England.
No, they're not.
I think they're going to lose to Cincinnati because I got Cincinnati on a high. Then they'll beat Cleveland.
Yes.
They'll beat Indianapolis.
Yes.
They'll lose to Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Then I think they'll win the next two at home against the New Orleans and the Cleveland Browns.
Agree on that.
Then they're not beating Cincinnati in Cincinnati. That's not happening. I can't see them going to the Eagles and winning.
Also agree.
I think Denver will upset them. I think Denver will win in Pittsburgh. Then I got
the other way.
Okay.
I got Pittsburgh upsetting Denver since they're going to be higher seeded at this point.
Okay, I got them beating Houston.
This is where I see a loss for them.
Okay, so we just switched the Denver and Houston games around. I don't think they go to Jacksonville and beat Trevor Lawrence. I can't see them beating that.
No, I see them upsetting Jacksonville.
Okay. I've actually got them beating the Ravens in this one.
Home game, yes.
I got them beating Carolina. I think they go to Tennessee, they win that one too.
Yes.
And then I think they lose the last game of the season to Baltimore.
Exactly.
So you're going 10-7, I'm going 9-8. So let me wrap this up quickly. I'll put this out there again, 1 second. So we'll put out the division quickly before we'll put it out there. There we go. So those are the teams for the division. So let's wrap this up. We'll start with the Browns. You're going 4-13. I'm going 3-14. So plus minus, we know the Browns are finishing last in this division. Then the Bengals. You got the Bengals at 4-13, and I've got them at 10-7. That's the biggest difference between us so far. Then I got the Ravens at 11-6, winning the division, and you've got them at 9-8. I've got the Steelers at 9-8, and you've got them at 10-7. So you're saying the Steelers are going to the playoffs because they're winning the division, followed by the Ravens as a wild card. And the other two are not making the playoffs. I've got the Ravens as the making the playoffs, and I've got the Bengals going also into the playoffs with 10-7. And I've got the Steelers not going to the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers last season, no playoffs. He can watch the playoffs in Cabo St. Lucia somewhere in the Caribbean on the couch with a nice drink, but that's about where he's going to watch the playoffs.
Well, maybe he finds his peace in a dark room watching other people in the playoffs. I don't know.
He's never coming out of that dark room when he goes into it, man. That when he's in there, he's finished. Him in his dark room. Come on. No. I can't see it. I just think he's, for me, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is worth the trouble. I think he's a diva, man.
No, I think he is absolutely aware of his role in this season, and his role in this season is definitely to make sure that the next generation is ready. And I do believe it is a good bridge. He's aware of his role. He's going to have, knowing it's the last season, he's going to have the time of his life.
Okay, but now I want to ask you a question, right? Why would he, in his last season, be like that? And in the 20 other seasons before, and he was never like that. You think in his last season he's going to change his ways?
Look, the thing is, until now, you always had to prove. Oh, I'm 38. Can I make the playoffs? I have to prove something. That's always the case. Now, when you are done, and you just know, okay, this is my last season. I do it all for the last time. It's my last training camp. It's my last preseason. It's my last first home game of the season. You can enjoy this experience all different. And I am sure if you are on this point, and those are all the factors he knew before he was signing his new contract.
Yeah.
I'm very positive. And I have a friend, he's a Packers friend from Germany. He likes him a lot. So I guess if I'm listening to Matthias, which is my friend's name in Germany, he's going to enjoy it. He's going to do good this season.
Okay. Let's have a look quick. These are the 4 quarterbacks I think will start for the teams. Obviously, Lamar Jackson for the Ravens, Joe Burrows for the Bengals, Aaron Rodgers for Pittsburgh, and I think Deshaun Watson will start for the Browns. I actually think if he's healthy, they might even get 1 or 2 extra wins because he's not a bad quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He's not a bad quarterback. But like we all know the off-field issue and stuff. How would you rank these quarterbacks? I mean, for me, the best quarterback, for me personally, I think Joe Burrows is the best quarterback out of all 4 of them. Because he can run and he's the best. He's a good passer. He's a good everything. I would rate Burrows 1, Lamar Jackson 2, Deshaun Watson 3. I put Aaron Rodgers as 4. I don't rate Aaron Rodgers anymore. I think he's just old and done. I think he's washed up.
Look, if we look into those 4 guys, how they are right now in being healthy, I am absolutely with you. As of right now, I see Joe Burrows, then it's, for me, actually, it's Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Because he is a great quarterback. If you look at what we just looked into, passing, running, the entire mix, I love it. Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback, but we talked about age. He is not the youngest either anymore.
No.
And age you feel when you do your running game. And Aaron Rodgers, he is historically the strongest out of those what we're talking about. But as of right now, in his shape with his age, he is for me number 4 in this division as a QB right now.
Cool, he's the only QB ever to win a Super Bowl out of them. But for me, 1 Super Bowl from Aaron Rodgers, with all the hype around Aaron Rodgers and a lot of people saying maybe one of the best quarterbacks ever, I think 1 Super Bowl is not enough for Aaron Rodgers in his career. Does he get into the Hall of Fame?
Enough. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure if it's going to be in his very first ballot, in his very first year. In 5, let's say it's his last season, so in 6 years, he's eligible for the Hall of Fame. I don't see him going right away, but he's going to go. Should he have more Super Bowls? Yes. But that's in the past with the Packers. That's okay. With the other ones, it's what I said. Look at the Ravens. We talked about the Browns before, and that's how the Cleveland fans feel about it. They felt robbed when they moved the Browns originally from Cleveland to Baltimore, the entire Ravens franchise. When
of course, that was
the Super Bowl. That's what all the Browns fans feel like it should have been theirs. And now they got a new franchise in Cleveland with the Browns, but it still is a rebuild. So I totally can understand the Browns fan when they say they have been cheated for the Super Bowl win.
Well, look, if I look at those 4 quarterbacks, right? Rodgers has won 1, the others have won nothing. I can only see Joe Burrows winning a Super Bowl in the future. I don't see Lamar Jackson winning a Super Bowl, and I don't see Deshaun Watson winning a Super Bowl. That's just me. But let's look at the coaches quickly from the teams. So we have McCarthy, Jesse Minter, Zach Taylor, and Todd Monken. Look, it's a tough one to say who's now the most experienced. Definitely Mike McCarthy, obviously. Monken is not. It's not an easy job there in Cleveland. I wouldn't wish him that job. I think Jesse Minter could do really well for the Ravens. I think he's a good young. I think it's a good fit also with Lamar Jackson. I think it's a good fit. We'll see. And they got Derrick Henry. Let's not forget. They got one of the better running backs in the league. If Henry stays healthy, that combination Henry, Lamar Jackson, I think they maybe could make a playoff push as well. Yeah. But we'll see. But that's a kind of our wrap up for the AFC North. So we agree on the Browns. We agree on the Steelers and the Ravens. We totally disagree on the Bengals. We will see. I can't wait for that show at the end of the season where we say, let's have a look at our tips, at how well we did. We know how it is in the NFL. Injuries dictate what happens through the season. But that is your AFC North. Guys, thanks for joining us. I want to plug quickly one more time if you want to get hold of Dominic quickly. There you go. Dom Info. There you go. Check it out.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
on that side. There you go. On that side, check it out. And if you want to get hold of us, guys, that's the email address flashing at the top. I got fighter jets going over my house now. Hope that's not a bad omen. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Don't forget, the AFC East video is also out. Check that out. And we'll see you guys soon for the AFC South, the AFC South. So guys, have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.